So we have the announcement of probably the most insane handheld console, and that is the Asus ROG Ally, which was announced on April Fool's. So it was a big shock to most people that were like, okay, it's just an April Fool's prank, but it's not, because it is a real product. They just did a smart marketing move by doing it on April Fool's, where a lot of companies like Asus and ROG basically give the weirdest, wackiest idea, like a contact lens from Asus, which I thought was real. But on the other hand, today I'll just go through the main things you need to know about this handheld and try to make sure this video is not too long, because I'll definitely say I will put a link in the description below to Linus Tech Tips video, just to give you guys an idea, because they have done a bit of a review on the handheld already. So I do recommend to go check their video out, but after watching my video. But basic things we know about this handheld so far is, starting with the internals, we could expect a CPU that is relatively similar to the AMD Ryzen 9 7th gen. And with the GPU, we could expect something that is similar to something like, for example, the Radeon 7900 XTX. So of course it could be the mobile chips of those processors and GPUs, so we'll have to see what happens there. Now, the whole thing that is quite interesting is that they didn't double than what the Valve Steam Deck has, because the ROG Ally could be a big comparator to the Steam Deck. So the ROG Ally will have a 1920 by 1080 display, which is actually quite nice, but it's way better than the Steam Deck. But it'll also have 120 Hz instead of the 60 Hz that the Steam Deck has. But that could also be a big flaw, because of course having a better resolution and better frames can cause obviously a big draw of more power to obviously get that performance, and could obviously affect the performance. Now, something that is good to mention is, because they're using AMD products, which are well known to use less wattage and more cheaper than stuff like Intel or Nvidia, it is possible that they could be using less wattage. So there is that chance. Now, something that I find very interesting, and you can see this in Linus Tech Tips' video where they actually did the test, you can in fact use Asus's ROG external GPU, which you can connect to the handheld. So you can technically connect an RTX 4090 and get better graphic performance than the actual handheld itself. So that is something that is very interesting. But the only downside is you have to connect it to a wall with the GPU, which I guess is a bit of a downside. But if you are someone that's, just in home or in your bed and you just want to, game, then I guess that's a good option. Now, for most of that, I wanted to know what type of games or what type of options you have with the ROG Ally. Well, first of all, it does have Windows 11, which means you have a wide range. So you can actually have access to Steam, Origin, Epic Games, and even the Xbox Game Pass. So you have a good wide range of gaming experiences and gaming options. So that's a good thing to have. Now, the pricing that we know is that it could be expected to be about $600 or more. That's what we know so far. That's only leaks or rumors. It could be more or less, we're not sure at the moment. But I do know that there are going to be two options, with a 512 gigabyte option and a 1 terabyte option. But I would obviously say go for the lower storage, because you can actually upgrade the storage with the M.2 SSD. But yeah, there are lots of things such as a black and white option, so you do have a bit of a color choice. But yeah, this thing is insane, and it could be under threat as well from the PlayStation handheld, which has been recently announced. So that could be very interesting to see that console brands and big brands are making handhelds again. So we'll see. Maybe Xbox might be working on something as well. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me in the comments below, do you think ROG Ally could be a big competitor against the Steam Deck? Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next video. Be safe, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.